This is my 531 Evolved bench press day. It's based on the Wendler 531. Actually, it contains Wendler's 531, but it has a whole lot extra. So I'm going to go over the workout first, and then you can watch it, and I'm going to describe why I decided to make the adjustments that I did in this program. So starting out, we're going to have 5 sets of bench press. The first 3 sets are the prescribed sets of Wendler 531. So the first set here is 5 sets or 5 reps. The next set will be 3 reps, and then the next rep is 1 rep minimum with an AMRAP, so as many reps as possible. Following up with that, I move in to do a second hit, or second go at the what should be the 1 rep max set. So following that, then I will do a drop set. After I've completed my 5 sets on the regular bench press, I will move into 3 sets of bench press using the slingshot for overload. This will be getting a lot heavier, and I'll be doing sets of 5. I do this because I think it's good to just to feel moving the heavy weight, even though there's some points that are a little easier, like at the bottom, getting it out of the hole. With the slingshot's going to be easier, but you still have to move the weight. Even getting it off the hooks is a challenge. So after I do the 3 sets of the bench press with the slingshot, I'm going to move to 3 sets of incline bench press. So then I will complete that and move into 3 sets of incline reverse grip bench press, which is more of a tricep exercise, but your chest is still involved. So I think that by having those in there, I'm just getting just a little extra work for my chest, which is already beat up, and I'm only doing this once a week. So I don't think this is too bad for 14 sets of bench work. Before moving to, just tricep work that's off of the bench. So, and what that work is today is going to be the rope grip push downs, and that's it. And then after that, I'll do some pull-ups. So the question would probably be, why did I change from the Wendler 531 program? I would say that's probably specific to me, but maybe not. How I got to my first 315 bench press was for a whole year, I decided I really wanted to get stronger. So I was kind of stuck at 185, and this is back in about 2005, and I just couldn't seem, no matter what I did, I just couldn't seem to get past 185. And I decided, well, I'm just going to try working out more. I'm going to try to do more bench press. And so I was doing typically, anywhere from 3 to 5 days per week. I would start every single workout with about 5 sets of bench press, and then I would move on to some sort of back exercise. Usually back then, I think I was doing lat pull downs, and but that frequency really made a difference. And I always was shooting for a top set, and my top sets were 6. I was really shooting for a 6 rep max, not a 1 rep max or anything like that. And yeah, so I went from 185 to 315, and that took me a year, and a lot of training and a lot of overcoming tiredness, because a lot of times I go into the gym, my chest is sore. I would be tired from the day or 2 before that I'd been lifting weights, and I would just do it again. And what I found was that I actually got used to that, and I just kept getting stronger anyways, even though I was working out a lot. And at the time, 2005, I probably was in my mid-30s. So that was, it wasn't like I was 20 years old and just loaded with testosterone or something. I was mid-30s, so I mean, that wasn't old either. And what you see here on the videos, I'm actually 50 years old, and there's no spotter, and I'm shooting very heavy weight. 340 is what I did for the top sets today, and then I went up from there. It was 345, I guess it was the heaviest thing I did today for 5 with the slingshot. But so that program is just, I didn't really know what I was doing back then. I just wanted a bigger bench press, and so I focused on it, and I got a bigger bench press, and I didn't really work out the rest of my body. And so later, when I decided I wanted to get more just generally strong, and this would have been probably about 2017, 2018, I discovered starting strength. And starting strength was much different than what I'd done before. I liked that it had the 3-day-a-week bench press, but it also had a 3-day-a-week squat, which I hardly ever did squats. But the same thing happened. Within 1 year, my squat went from, I think, like 95 pounds or something ridiculously embarrassing like that, to 325 or something. So I was squatting less than I could bench by a lot. But now that's kind of flipped, but not so much. It's still pretty close. I can pretty close to be able to bench my squat. But frequency seems to really work. So my deadlift, my deadlift was probably 135 or something, and I know I'm above 500 right now. So this Wendler program is once a week you're hitting these big lifts, and I just don't think that the frequency, it works for me, and I don't think it probably works for many people. I don't know how this, I must have been doing it wrong. I didn't read the book. I just was going from the spreadsheet that I downloaded, and I can tell you that for the first 3 months I was doing this program, it was I was following it as written. Just want to see, well, what happens if I just do this? Like, maybe the frequency was at my stage was, I'd gotten past that beginner stage, and I need less frequency. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and I followed it for 3 months, pretty religiously. I did do the boring but big version, and I watched my bench press numbers going down. So that's calculating like what's the estimated 1 rep max. It was going down not only from day to day as I got tired and you go to the heavier lifts, but actually on week to week. So I chart that stuff on Strong app, and I didn't want to see this continuous decline. So at the 3-month mark, when I committed 3 months to it, I started adding in more volume, and guess what's happening? My bench press is going back up, and my squats are going back up, and I do a different thing on squats, but so I'm not doing tons of frequency, but I am doing a lot more work, and I think that that's just what it requires, and I want to hit those bigger numbers, but I also want to have a bigger body too, so I want to keep muscle mass, and I just feel like I need a lot more work. I've actually started rewriting a different program that I've thought about moving into, where it would have more frequency the way I like, but maybe a little bit less specificity like the starting strength program did, because starting strength at a certain point, when I was getting really heavy, I was definitely hurting myself, and my elbows and my knees and my shoulders, everything was just in pain. Maybe my biceps. I think that was something I was doing wrong on the bench press, or on the squat. But even my biceps were just killing me, to the point where I just didn't want to work out. It was just too much for the amount of weight that I could do. And so that's why I changed the Wendler 531 program after 3 months, and I'll continue it like this for a while, and then I'll gradually start testing out that new program that I'm writing, and yeah, we'll see how that's going. Now, the pull-ups on this program. So pull-ups were part of the Boring But Big, and it had me. It wanted me to do weighted pull-ups all along. At first, I couldn't even do 10 pull-ups, which is embarrassing. I used to be able to do like a lot more, and then I just kind of stopped doing pull-ups and couldn't do them. So I was having to use bands when I first started running this program, and so now I get to the point where I'm, using some weight on some of the reps, but not on all, or on some of the sets, but not all the sets. And I'm pretty strong, so I don't feel like I'm underworked or anything. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say. If you are newer, and you want to get a big bench press or you want to get stronger, I really recommend Starting Strength. I think that's a great program, and I got a lot out of it. I can't recommend Wendler 531, but I probably just did it wrong. But I do recommend doing frequency. So that's it. I mean, the video's going to end now, so thanks. Bye.